Peacemaker MDR here. I'm just here to let you know that everybody needs a protection plan. Everyone needs a protection plan. It's not a question. What has been ruled today by the Supreme Court in lifting restrictions on ICE. So technically, um, law enforcement, and I say law enforcement, even though they were like, oh, ICE has the ability to, but basically it's law enforcement has the ability to now racially profile. And so what that means, and when I say they've been doing it for many of the Black community, but it was always a front face of, oh no, it doesn't occur. And so now it's official that, oh, it's okay for whatever purpose that they're claiming for it to be. So basically, we're in a season of basically um, no rule of law. Um, Constitutional rights are discretionary. So that means everyone needs a plan of action and protection plan to deal with detainment, arrest, possible deportation. And you're like, everyone? Yes, yes. That means that if you are a protester, that means if the government didn't like what you said, they've already shown examples of it. We actually have examples of them deporting or attempting to deport or detain those who were very vocal against the government. If you are Black and brown, not a question. Uh, if you breathe wrong, right? If you walk a certain way, you're at a risk. You're at a risk of being detained. You're at a risk of being arrested. You are at risk of any and everything dealing with law enforcement. You're at risk. So you need a plan. You need a plan of action. You need a plan of protection. There are many your rights that are going on in different communities, and I love them. I love them from my ombudsman heart. I love them. But a lot of them are not comprehensive in the sense of really focusing on putting a comprehensive plan together for not only you who has the possibility of being detained, but also in dealing with family, the next steps for those who are supporting those who are being detained in regards to child care, child custody. A lot of that information is not being relayed because there's so much going on from the perspective of just knowing your basic rights, right? And so I have a great resource for you. I'm so excited to have to put this together. It is a comprehensive plan. It's on the KaVive, Comprehension Protection Planning Guide. And on the KaVive, what that means is, and it's French, what it means is on the lookout, staying alert, right? Being alert, on the lookout. And so this plan, what it does is it pulls together all the different elements and resources that you may need when you are detained, when you are arrested, um, the possibility of deportation, right? All of those risks that are present and just being prepared if that ever goes down, right? Um, so it gives more of just even thought processes to a plan. And it should be multiple plans. There should be a perspective of a legal plan. There also should be a financial plan during that time frame. It should also be if you have children, a child care plan. But basically, um, it it gives you a thought process of, oh, what will happen if they decide to just pull me over and take me, and my child is at school. Who's your backup? Who's your emergency contact? Do they know the information in regards to the school? Can they pick them up? Let's say your child gets sick. Do you have the resources in place for that? Let's say that you don't get along with your the father or the mother of your child. What do you have in place for that, right? Let's say both the mother and the father they're both detained. What's your plan for that? And so what this does is it gets your mind going. It gives you different tools, different things that you need to think about to just go ahead and create that plan. And so the way that it's structured, it's not structured to where it does all the thinking for you, because everybody is not a monolith, right? You have to take the time out to identify what is your best plan, right? What is your best structure? But what this guide does do is it gives you those pieces. It tells you, hey, you know, you may need um, community support, community organization. So it gives you ideas on how to pull that information. And I will be doing webinars to help those fill out. Um, Definitely fill out and even ask some questions um, in dealing with the plan. Because once you have that plan in place, it's a little bit more of a security. You have links that are present. You know where to look, you know where to go. Um, if you need a bond, this plan says, hey, there's a possibility you may. Where are you going to get the money to get it? It forces you to think, it forces you to sit down, and it forces you to have the conversation. And let me not use the term force. It encourages you to have the conversation. So have it. Take the time to do it. And everyone, when I say everyone, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter where you live. Everyone may need the plan because of this ruling, because of the temperament that's happening. They could literally look at you and say, I think that I'm going to detain you today and cause you stress, undue stress, drama, unnecessarily, and pain. I'm going to mess with your job. I'm going to mess with your livelihood because they can. So you have to prepare for that. You have to have things in place to prepare for that. You look at the worst that could happen, and then you look at, hey, how can we mitigate this? I will tell you right now, many that are in the legal field, they have a hope. I was literally listening to a webinar this morning, and literally they were saying, oh, I don't think it'll be that bad. We'll get back to where we were before. We won't ever get back to where we were before. We won't. From a legal standpoint, we won't. The way this country is operating, we want. We really have to look at this thing from a new theme and a new plan. Many attorneys are disconnected because it's their profession. This is what they were trained. There's a hope in it. But it's so bad. It's so bad. Literally, the webinar this morning is outdated because what was stated this morning, oh, they're not allowed to profile you. They're not allowed to do this. They're not allowed to do that. The Supreme Court has just ruled and lifted those restrictions. So they are allowed. They're allowed to look at you, make an assumption, pull you over, and you're possibly dead. So, um, but yeah, all right. Basically, the feeling is like, buckle up. Here's another level, but at least we'll have a plan in place to be able to know that if anything does go down, um, we're prepared the best that we can, but we'll have the information and the resources. And the way that this plan is structured, you'll be connected to community because we can't protect ourselves. We can't protect ourselves alone. We need community. I hope y'all have a good one.